Today on an all-new Dr. Phil, she's 16, a high school dropout, and
a YouTube star.
But
none of my videos have actually gone viral.
If that doesn't work,
I'm planning on going to college for cosmetology and crime scene investigation.
She calls Dad an idiot.
She dropped out of school. You bought her a new car.
And Mom a psycho.
Last night you wanted me to rub on your legs.
Yeah, because I want you to do things for me.
What will she say?
Why is every comment sarcastic?
Because I think this is funny.
About Dr. Phil.
You're gonna try and find my weak spot. I don't have a weak spot.
How do you know what I'm going to do?
I know every aspect on everything. I mean, it's television. It's not that hard.
Let's do it.
Have a good show, everybody. Here we go.
This is a safe place to talk about hard things.
Stand by. We'll count you down.
Today's going to be a changing day in your life.
5, 4.
I am not giving up on you. Thank you very much. Well, for the past 5 years, 16-year-old Brittany has worked making video blogs, saying she wants to someday be a YouTube star. But her parents, Tim and Kimber, claim this YouTube stuff is just a waste of time, and Brittany actually has zero ambition. They say she has dropped out of high school and now spends her days at the local skate park chasing boys, drinking, and using drugs. But Brittany has an entirely different take on her home life, claiming she is living in a war zone with her parents ever since her, quote, idiot father decided to stay married to her psycho mother. Now, those are her words, not mine. Now, Brittany's mom, Kimber, has warned us to be careful around her daughter because of how smart and manipulative she claims Brittany can be. Well, I'm going to do my best to keep up.
My 16-year-old daughter is definitely spiraling out of control. She is very destructive, entitled, and can manipulate anybody.
The truth is, they just want to see the world their way and not realize that I'm actually a great kid. At my house, it's my rules, and I honestly do not think there's any other rules.
Brittany has dropped out of school after failing every grade but the 6th grade. Now, after failing the 9th grade for a 3rd year, she has refused to go to school.
I'm very intelligent. I just could not handle the workload of homework.
I'm very frustrated, and there's absolutely nothing that I can do about it.
What do you want to do with your life?
I want to sleep. Hey guys, it's Brittany. And last but not
She's convinced that she's going to have a large following and be a YouTuber and a famous star.
Sorry if I look like I have a black eye. Please hit that thumbs up button.
She is verbally, emotionally, and sometimes even physically abusive. She is becoming more and more violent.
Kimber has called the cops on Brittany. These days, Brittany pretty much comes and goes as she wishes. She refuses to get a job.
Are you going to get a job? Are you going to go
I'm
look?
working on getting a job. In my eyes, I feel like I'm doing everything that a normal teenager is doing. I'm not killing anybody or hurting anybody.
I have no idea what Brittany does with her time.
Brittany may be smoking marijuana, maybe other drugs, not sure.
My greatest fear is that Brittany's going to end up missing. She is my only child, and she's just not going to grow up to be anything. I completely do not know what to do anymore.
So, yeah, bye.
Okay, let me ask you guys, how serious do you think this has gotten?
It's completely out of control. She is just basically doing what she wants to do with no rules. I've tried everything I could to try to govern her, to try to make her into something that she should be as a young woman, and I don't feel like I've got any help from my wife. I just feel like I'm by myself. But everybody thinks that I'm at fault because I haven't been the man and stepped up in this whole thing.
What is true?
He is a typical, what I think, male. He sits in his recliner and he watches TV. And I try to parent Brittany, and he just is very distracted by what he wants to do.
Well, she
That's not
says he's
true.
an idiot
That's
for
not
staying
true.
married to her psycho mother.
It's because I'm the one who does the rules.
It's not true. I usually am the one that is playing the referee between the two of them because they are like two cats and dogs fighting completely out of control, almost throwing things at each. And I'm always the referee in this situation.
We're the adults, not her.
Yeah,
you let her
but you
become
do not.
an
you do
adult
not.
way too early.
I
You
don't.
have let
I
her.
have not. I have tried to keep her, but she is not doing anything that a normal kid will do.
Well, she just said she's just being a normal kid. She said, I'm not killing anybody or hurting anybody. Apparently, that's
she's not,
normal.
Though she's
No.
not doing normal. Normal would
That's
be
a pretty low standard. Just don't kill anybody and you're
normal-
good.
No, normal would be you would go to school. Normal would be you would have friends. Normal would be some activities. You would have some kind of
Okay, she
a
says the
decent
last
boyfriend.
grade she passed was the 6th
That's
grade.
probably
That is correct.
I would guess
The
it was
last
maybe even the
grade-
4th grade, not
no,
the 6th
she had
grade.
passing grades.
So the two of you are here to defend what you've done,
Yes.
not to seek a solution.
Yeah,
No,
we want
no.
a solution. We want both.
need.
Well,
We
no,
need
no, no.
help
You're
with-
both defending what you did. You said, I've
No.
done everything
No,
that I know how to
no.
do, and she's
No.
not helping. And you're saying, oh, no, no. Brittany and I are over here trying to work this out, and he's watching TV in his recliner
did
like
say
all
that.
men do.
No,
Excuse me.
I have had to make some choices based on the situation that I am with my wife and with my child. There is some things
No,
that I
we're
have
messed
done
up. We're-
that I have
No,
not
we're-
done right in my
We have
parenting.
not parented well.
We did it. There's not a book about that, and I have no clue
Oh,
what
the
to
hell
do.
there's not. I wrote it about 8 years ago.
But I'm saying, I've taken some of that, but not all of it. You know,
He's never even seen the book.
I've taken some of that. Yeah, I know that's a weird look, but I have
never-
taken some of that,
doesn't read.
and I have tried to add some of my own stuff. Plus, I've taken some of the stuff that my parents have taught me and tried to add that in there.
He
I've
lets his parents parent her.
I've had that.
She's been dropped out since the 6th grade.
I would fight,
Yes.
do just about anything it took for my daughter and my wife and my family.
This is something I just want you to hear. Hold on, just hear this.
I have
There-
my listening ears on.
There are moments in time when we come to a threshold, when we come to a precipice where all things wrong can be made right. There are moments in time where we come to certain choice points where you can make decisions that will be outcome determinative in your life and that of your children. And I'm here to tell you that I intend for this to be one of those moments in your life. And in order to do that, you need to take this deadly seriously. You need to be focused on what you need to do with this child right now and not who wins the tit-for-tat scorecard between you and your spouse.
Exactly.
Do you think you are enabling her?
Yes.
Do you think you're
Yes.
rewarding bad behavior?
Yes.
She's gotten a
of
car.
her
She's gotten a
16,
phone.
she's
She's got the
16,
best iPhone.
And she
Well,
has.
I made a list. You said you've done it all. You allowed her to drop out of school.
Yes.
Yes.
And not only then, you bought her a new car.
Yes.
Her grant. Yes.
You
Okay.
gave her a truck to replace the wrecked car.
Yes.
Yes.
You gave her money, computer, iPad, iPhone. You allow her not to work. She has no enforced curfew, no consequences for
That's not
misbehavior.
true.
Yeah.
No,
that's
she
true.
has-
You're
No, that's
aware she
true,
hangs
Dr.
out in the
Phil.
skate park, smokes pot and drinks, and you allow a boyfriend to spend the night.
No.
All of these
That's
things
not
you
true.
too have said.
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
No, she has a curfew. We
Do me a
did
favor.
it too late.
Do me a favor. Stop talking for a second. Look at this list.
Mm-hmm.
Is this an accurate list?
Some, except for basically the curfew. Everything else, yes, we've allowed that.
it's
Yes, it's
correct.
been done. That's correct.
So you're telling me that she, as out of control as she is, that when you gave her an 8:30 curfew at 8:29:59, she was standing in your doorway?
On some occasions, and sometimes she wasn't. She was 5 minutes late.
Half an hour, hour too. No.
I have to tell you, I asked myself not why she's non-productive. But why not be non-productive? She gets all of the rewards whether she does anything or not.
Right.
And you're telling me I've done everything that can be done. I've tried everything, Dr. Phil. I'm out here on my own as a father. Wife won't help. I'm doing everything I can. I've done it all. And I just can't seem to get any traction.
I should have been a little bit more strict on things that I should have been strict and put my foot down and not allow those things.
Tell me why you don't reward bad behavior. Why I say do not reward bad behavior.
You don't want them to continue that behavior.
Okay, so the behavior that we're talking about here is dropping out of school, not having a job, smoking dope, drinking, all of that, and you say, okay, only thing I know to do is buy her a car.
The ultimate reason is I was always afraid that she would go somewhere and I would never see her again.
Well,
that
if she
was the
has a
reason.
car, you made it easy for that to happen.
No, she will not stay home.
But it's like, it's been okay, it's been okay, it's been okay. Oh, wait, maybe it's not okay today. Oh, wait, it's been okay, it's been okay.
No,
Do you get what I'm saying?
it's always never
Where the
been
hell
okay.
were you? You're over here grading his paper like you're some kind of monitor. You're the mother.
I am.
The most powerful role model in any child's life is the same-sex parent. Where the hell have you been?
I am here. And
We got to take a break. Brittany says there's nothing wrong with dropping out of school and wanting to be a YouTube star. So let's just get her out here after the break and find out what she has to say. And later, we're going to meet Tim's parents who say they blame Kimber. We'll find out why later in the show. We'll be right back.
Kimber has ruined my life. I think my dad is an idiot for marrying my mom. Honestly, I think that high school is a joke. I'm drinking, smoking weed. My dream is definitely to become a YouTube star.
So that's what I'm gonna try to do.
And later, how do you know what I'm going to do?
It's television. It's not that hard.
Take your job.
Good luck.
Sure got me figured out.
You don't scare me.
I'm not trying to.
He's trying to get you to wake up. We've tried everything to get our daughter, Brittany, under control. She wants to be a famous YouTube star.
I look like I'm drunk. Ready, set, go!
At night when my daughter sneaks out of the house, I'm afraid she's getting into trouble, stealing, doing drugs. If we don't get help now, there's nothing left.
I would love Dr. Phil to send Brittany to jail, boot camp. Maybe that would get Brittany to clean up her act.
Oh, I bet you would like for me to parent her in your stead. 16-year-old Brittany is a high school dropout who claims she is too smart for school, wants to be a famous YouTube star. Her parents, Kimber and Tim, say she's a manipulator, she has zero ambition, and needs to get her act together. Let's hear what she has to say.
Hey guys, it's your girl Brittany. Before I sit down with Dr. Phil, a few things I want him to know. I have no respect for my mom. I call my mom by her name Kimber because I don't see her as a mom. My dad is everything, but I honestly think he's an idiot for marrying my mom. Kimber has ruined my life. Kimber has called me a bitch, a slut, a whore, and she said that I'm never gonna amount to anything. There's no fixing the relationship between me and my mom. I want nothing to do with Kimber. Honestly, I think that high school is a joke, but getting your GED counts just as much as getting a high school diploma. Since I'm not in high school right now, I normally go to the skate park. This is me at the skate park. I'm drinking, I'm smoking weed, or smoking cigarettes. I was 14 when I started smoking marijuana. My parents found out and they said as long as I don't hurt anyone or myself by it, they don't care. I smoke weed every day. If my parents claim they don't know that I smoke weed, that's a total lie. If I'm not at the skate park, then I'm normally at home watching YouTube videos. My dream is definitely to become a YouTube star.
So that's what I'm gonna try to do.
I do have 3 YouTube channels. Some of my older videos are me doing makeup tutorial.
So that's what it looks like.
I also have some videos up on my YouTube channel called Dare Mondays.
Dare Monday.
In one episode, I was dared to eat baby powder. As soon as I put it in my mouth, it just dried up my whole mouth, and it was disgusting. None of my videos have actually gone viral. The most views I've gotten on my YouTube channel was 85.
Rah!
I feel like my parents are just blowing everything out of proportion. They just need to stop worrying. I feel like I have a bright future ahead of me. I just think that Kimber needs to step out of my life.
Okay, it's good to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
So tell me about your bright future. Describe it for me and how it's going to unfold.
I'm going to school so I can get my GED, and it counts just as much as a high school diploma. And then
I thought you said high school was stupid.
It is, but you do have to get some sort of education, or else you're nothing. You won't ever get a job. You can't do anything. And I'm planning on going to college for cosmetology and crime scene investigation.
Wow. News for
But
us.
we don't get to know that because we're not in her bubble.
Why is that funny? Like, that's a professional thing to do.
What's that mean, they're not in your bubble?
They're not a part of my life. They're not going to be a part of my future. My dad is. That one over there is not.
Why is that?
Because she's a psychopath, and I honestly wish she would be locked away. Throw away the key, never come back ever again.
Yeah, what is a psychopath?
She's ruined my life for the
Well,
past
you
6...
define psychopath.
Okay,
You said she's a
psychopath
psychopath.
she's constantly
No, I don't mean her, just you said she's a psychopath.
Okay,
Define psychopath for me.
is you mentally cannot think straight, you mentally do not think your age, and you have, like, you just don't think right. You don't think like a normal human would. You don't have a thought process.
Interesting.
Well, that's not what psychopath means at all.
Okay, then define it.
Wow.
Since I know that's what you love to do is define
But
things.
I think what you're saying is you two don't connect. You don't have a relationship with her. She doesn't understand you.
I don't want to have a relationship. I want nothing to do with her.
You don't, but last night you wanted me to come over and rub on your legs and do things.
Yeah, because I want you to do things for me.
So manipulating the situation is normal.
So you say you've skipped every day when repeating the 9th grade.
Oh, yeah. I skip school all the time. School is irrelevant for me besides, like, as soon as I get my GED, I can start my life because I'm already an adult. I've been an adult since I was little. I've had to do everything for myself.
I haven't done anything for you at all?
No, you don't do anything.
What
Nanny and Papa do stuff for me. They have bought me everything. You didn't even buy me a car.
Okay. But I don't do anything else for you.
And you think you should be entitled to have this car anyways. And because you...
Oh my God, I'll take the bus. I'll walk. I don't care. I don't need a car. I'm not a spoiled brat. I'm not a rich white kid.
What about
no,
the phone?
You can have your phone back. I don't even give a crap about it.
So if you were to be emancipated just like that, you're good to go.
I'm set.
Do you know how much it costs for food?
I could spend probably $10 a week.
And later,
You were being very self-centered.
I was looking out for myself and for
Because
my
you were
daughter.
trying to kidnap me, and they saw that you were crazy.
You're saying if I would go away, all this would be better.
Brittany walks around like she's all that in a bag of chips.
My mom, Kimber, acts like a child, and she just needs to grow up.
I constantly feel that I'm playing referee and being the man in the middle. I feel that I'm walking around on eggshells trying to make sure that I don't upset either Brittany or my wife.
My dad takes her side just so that she will not get mad.
I feel like I'm totally caught in the middle of this battle. I just want it to stop.
you say you want to be emancipated, right?
Yeah, I've done all of my research on it.
Okay, let me ask you just a few questions. What's it cost to rent a one-bedroom apartment?
Well, the last apartment I looked at was $679 a month.
And how much are deposits on utilities?
I wouldn't know.
If you get a job and you make $1,000, how much do they withhold for income tax and FICA and unemployment and all of that? How much do they take out of your check?
I don't know.
Conversation we had the other day?
Literally, I don't need to know that till it actually happens. Once it happens, then I can get it done.
Mm-hmm. Do you know how much it costs for food on average a week? Groceries?
Well,
food?
see, I only eat one meal a day, and I don't really care if I eat every day. So I could spend probably $10 a week. Literally, all these people think it's funny, but like, they all eat 3 meals a day, and they think that
But you're asking for money, $20 here because you got to go $20 there.
Yeah.
And what do you think
I like money.
what do you think a car payment is if you
I don't
buy
need
a
a car.
good used car?
I don't need a car.
So you don't need a car, you can get around on the bus? It'll be okay.
I have friends. Bus is 35 cents to ride the bus, and you can go anywhere you want.
And how about health insurance if you break your arm at the skate park?
I don't skate, so I wouldn't break my arm at the skate park.
Well, if somebody ran into you and you broke your arm.
Literally, I sit at the skate park and I'm not going to get hurt. And I haven't gone to the doctors in over a year, so I wouldn't need health insurance. And actually, to go to the doctors without health insurance isn't that much more expensive.
Yeah. See what I deal with? There it is. Every day.
So if I could snap my fingers and you were just instantly emancipated, and so when you guys fly home, you get off the flight, they turn right, and you turn left, you're good to go.
I'm set. I have people, I have friends.
So you're going to mooch off of friends?
I'm not mooching. They offer stuff to me, and I have money, and also I have a way of making money. Like, I babysit, I, mow people's grasses, I walk their dogs, I do stuff like that. So it's not like I'm not doing anything with my life, and it's not like I'm just mooching off of everyone. No, I have my own ways of making money.
Wow. Do you know what the poverty level is in America?
I wouldn't be in poverty, so I don't really care.
But you don't know how much that is?
No.
Well, Tim's parents are here. We're going to find out why they agree with Brittany on some things and blame Kimber for some of Brittany's issues. We'll talk to them when we come back.
All of the problems with Brittany has something to do with her mother.
I think that Kimber has torn my family apart by her lack of parenting. If Brittany doesn't change, I don't know what's going to happen to her, and that is my greatest fear.
Closed captioning provided by Well, Tim claims that he's always in the middle between his wife, Kimber, and his teenage daughter, Brittany. But Tim's parents, Ben and Linda, blame their daughter-in-law, Kimber, for most of Brittany's problems. Take a look.
My husband and I are very concerned about Brittany.
I just don't know what to do for Brittany right now. Brittany does not respect authority. I have witnessed her many times calling her mother by her first name. I have seen her yell at her father violently, very loud.
Brittany is a very spoiled brat. I don't know why she got that way. All of the problems with Brittany has something to do with her mother.
I think that Kimber has torn my family apart by her lack of parenting. I know that Kimber has psychiatric problems. Some days I am sorry for her. On some days I just want to knock her the hell out of her because I think she needs to just wake up.
I really think she uses her mental problems to get lots of attention.
Everyone refers to Linda as the general. She's large and in charge. Linda thinks she knows everything. Linda said that she was a nurse, but I don't even think that that is true. I think she may have been a candy striper or a volunteer of some sort.
I really feel that they have been poor parents.
I think Tim and Kimber should clamp down on Brittany. If Brittany doesn't change, I don't know what's going to happen to her, and that is my greatest fear.
Ben, Linda, thank you for being here. Linda, you say you think a lot of this it should be at the feet of her mother, Kimber. Why do you say that?
Well, because she's had problems, and
A lot of problems.
I don't think she's been a parent to Brittany.
I think part of what she's referring to is Kimber says that 16 years ago when she went to the hospital to have Brittany, everything was fine. But afterwards, everything was anything but fine. Take a look.
After Brittany was born, I suffered postpartum psychosis. I experienced complete dissociation of reality and time and place. It was very scary.
Kimber spent over a month in the hospital because of her actions. They had to bring security guards in. She couldn't remember her name or anything else along that line.
In the past 16 years, I've had to be admitted to psychiatric hospitals 5 times. My mental health issues have definitely put a strain on my relationship with my daughter, Brittany.
Kimber has always said that if she never had me, her whole life would be better. One time when Kimber was having an episode, she was trying to get out of the house when she was half dressed, so I pinned her down in the living room before she could get outside and run around the neighborhood half naked. It was embarrassing.
A few years ago, she had a really bad episode, and it almost made us get a divorce because she left for a long period of time.
I've not been able to have a normal life at all. She took away my childhood, and I can never get that back.
I feel that I'm shamed and blamed for things that I don't necessarily have control over.
Your diagnosis across time has been what?
Is now they're saying PTSD and the postpartum psychoses
Bipolar disorder also.
with manic episodes.
Well, I'm very sorry that you're having to deal with that. And
But-
are you on an active medical regimen for
yes,
that?
absolutely. And I go and see counselors. This side of the family doesn't believe in counseling. They think only kooks go to go get help at all.
Literally, though.
So it's
Not true.
That is true,
No,
though.
not true.
For me, it is.
No.
Do you guys understand that she has been diagnosed with a disorder and is managing that?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We're very
We've been dealing with
aware
it
of
the
that.
last 16 years.
Ben, you look like you want to say something.
I want to say that mental health has fragmented my family
Right.
to the point of intolerance. I have provided a lot of those so-called brat things, privileges to her.
I'm told that I can't take it away because you provided it. I can't withhold the phone from her
There's only
because
one
you
person
provided
who
it.
has said that, and that is
One
him.
sitting over there.
And if you didn't parent well enough to control it and come out with a good daughter in the end, I can't do any more than what I'm told. I have experienced you calling the police.
Yeah.
And you coming to my house trying to take Brittany away from my care, our care.
It was terrifying. Very
And-
Saying
terrifying.
that they kidnapped
Yeah, it was terrifying
And-
that I
and
was
then
not allowed
you
to
drove
see my
away.
child and have her get away from
Because
what I
you are
felt was a
mentally
mentally and physically
insane.
abusive, not physically, excuse me, mentally and emotionally abusive family and situation.
I think that you were being very self-centered at that time, trying
Because
to
I
cope
was
with
looking
your-
out for myself and for
Because
my
you were
daughter.
trying to kidnap me.
You drove off to the police station, and they took you in for a mental evaluation.
Because you guys asked them to.
No one asked them anything. You drove yourself up there and they saw that you were crazy.
You're saying if I would go away, all this would be better. That is
I
what
would
you
not-
are saying.
I would
and that
not
is what
say
you
that.
continue.
I would
And this
not
is
say
the
that.
family that
Words
I
did not
have
come
to.
out of his
Brittany
mouth.
has said that she wants to be a famous YouTube star, a crime scene investigator, a cosmetologist. Does she really understand what it takes to succeed in these careers?
No.
What role does her mother and father play in this? What role do her grandparents play in this future unfolding in a positive way? We're going to talk about that when we come back, and it's time to get very realistic about what needs to happen here. We'll be right back.
You're gonna try and knock me down and pick me apart and find my weak spot. I don't have a weak spot.
How do you know what I'm going to do?
It's television. It's not that hard.
Closed captioning provided by...
I feel like a part of the problem with Brittany is there's never been any consequences.
They've never actually disciplined me. I've always had a free ride, and I've gotten away with everything.
I try to set up rules and guidelines for Brittany to live by, but Tim just undermines me.
I don't feel like I'm undermining Kimber. I feel like I'm playing referee.
Brittany is very spoiled. She's been always given what she wanted when she wanted it.
I have a hard time putting my foot down because Brittany will decide to leave and not come back.
You say you want to be emancipated. I ask you if you really knew what it took to live on your own, and you demonstrated, I think, with great clarity that you don't. You say you want to be a forensic science technician. You have to have a bachelor's degree in natural sciences. That's required. Law enforcement experience before you become a crime scene investigator.
I know.
Communication skills, objectivity and composure, clinical thinking skills, detail-oriented math and science skills, physical stamina, problem-solving skills. A lot of things that have to do with maturity, analysis, and working for others.
I know, and that's why I'm getting my GED.
Have you taken your GED yet?
No, I took the pre-test to see where I was placed, and I was placed in one of the top placements before I can take the actual GED.
Well, I understood she failed the test.
Yes.
Right. By a couple of points. I almost passed it.
Why is every comment you make sarcastic?
Because I think this is funny. Like, I'm not even that big of an issue. The issue is sitting right there.
But why? I'm not asking you about her, I'm asking you about you. Why is everything you say defensive and sarcastic?
Because you're gonna try and knock me down and pick me apart and find my weak spot. I don't have a weak spot.
How do you know what I'm going to do?
Good luck.
I just know. I've watched you ever since I was little. I know every aspect on everything. For the show, at least. I mean, it's television. It's not that hard.
So she can take her job.
Good luck.
Well, you sure got me figured out.
Yeah.
You don't scare me.
Not trying to.
He's trying to get you to wake up.
You guys are the ones with rose-tinted glasses that walk around like, oh, everything's okay. I'm just going to let her do whatever she wants because I don't want to hurt her feelings. I don't want to make her upset.
No, because I don't want you to keep pushing me physically and escalating how you do that. I don't need to wake up in the middle of the night.
Are you going to walk away?
Why do I need to walk away? If I'm trying to parent you and tell you that the things that you do are incorrect,
You've never been a parent to me.
then I'm not walking away.
Okay, let me put it in there then. So you want me to walk away too?
No, you're fine. That one needs to walk away.
We're going to take a break here, and when we come back, Brittany is going to be not here because, well, no, it's time for the adults to talk and make some adult decisions, and it's time for the children to not be here while we talk about adult issues.
I'm more of an adult than that one.
We'll be right back. One of the biggest issues here is that she has been able to divide and conquer.
Yes.
I think
And kids are really good at that, even from 2-3 years of age. They're really good at dividing and conquering. And she'll play up to you against her when it's convenient. She'll play up to you against him when it's convenient. She'll run to the grandparents when it's convenient. The problem is she may have gotten what she wants, but she hasn't gotten what she's needed.
Exactly.
And there's something that I might offer down the road after we do something. In fact, I have a resource available. Joining us now is Naomi Higgins. She's the Assistant Program Director of the Premier Treatment Center, Center for Discovery, which specializes in troubled, underachieving teens who struggle socially, academically, emotionally, and who need an intervention to stop the self-destructive pattern. Naomi, talk to us about the program that you and I have discussed that might be appropriate for Brittany at some time in the future.
Yeah, Center for Discovery has been around for over 20 years. We've been helping families such as yours really navigate the struggles around depression, anxiety, addiction, most importantly, family conflict. And so through our family therapy program, we would really work with you guys to not only explore, but confront the dynamics that are driving you guys apart and really fostering an environment of just disrespect and, again, disconnection. And then with Brittany, it's clear that she's hurting. It's clear that she's angry. And our focus with her is respecting the fact that she does want to be independent, but really helping her understand that her anger and her hurt is resulting in behaviors that are really only hurting her and making it harder for her to achieve her goals.
We're in our 16th season, and we've been able to work with people all over the country and have the ability to really reach out to the top programs in the country, and that's why Center for Discovery is here. They're top. And I have that in the arsenal of what can be used here. It's not time for that yet. And I'll tell you why it's not time for that. Because she would come home to the same toxic environment that she has left. And this has to change. Closed captioning provided by... First off, I want to say to all of you that postpartum depression, postpartum psychosis is a very real medical condition. And one of the results is you can have an attachment disorder can set in where a mother and child don't form that initial bond, and that can fester across years and create real problems. Because of this failure to bond, because of this feeling of no attachment, because of this feeling of essentially being rejected by her mother, and so you get a real chip on your shoulder, and you start to say things to yourself that do make you really angry and really ready to fight and get them before they get you. So she has some very legitimate reasons for being as angry and bitter as she is, and she looks for surrogates. And she has found surrogates in these people over here. And you might be resentful of that at times, but you should be very grateful that they've been willing to step up and love your child and support your husband and your family the way that they have when you've been at times that this disease is controlling you instead of you controlling it. Ben here's kind of old school, and he doesn't exactly understand exactly how all this works, but he has stepped up and done the right thing. And God bless you for doing that.
Thank you.
And you guys have truly rewarded bad behavior. You have violated some of the fundamental principles of parenting, and you got the tail wagging the dog. If I'm going to ask you to do different, I need to show you different. And so I'm going to get you some professional help that's going to say, here's what we do instead.
Okay.
And if it gets to the point that that professional says she would benefit from some short-term intensive care, then we will call Center for Discovery. We will put her there for a period of time with your permission and do what we need to do. So we have a short-term plan and a long-term plan to get this young lady turned around and then just watch her shine in her life.
Awesome.
Fair enough?
Very helpful.
Okay? Yes. Okay, I want to thank all of my guests today, including my friend, Assistant Director of Operations, Nakomi Higgins from the Center for Discovery, as well as Safe Youth Interventions for offering resources for Brittany's recovery. We will see you next time. Ben, thank you, sir.